This next segment, as we kind of move into the entrees, is a little bit about the Team FD aspect of what's really become, I guess, the driving force behind, our grassroots fundraising for First Ascents. These two bikes represent a challenge put forth by our former executive director, who was since passed on after his second bout with cancer, Alan. Everybody knows Alan.
Alan Goldberg.
Yep. AMG. We really feel like he's kind of one of the big impetuses for getting us where we're at today. And we know he's up there watching us, and he knows what's going on. He's actually probably helping us drive this ship. So anyway, Team FD. Before this segment's over, these two bikes are going to be bid on as our first live auction.
Yeah, so start thinking about that.
Yeah.
More importantly, every year since that challenge, when Alan Goldberg, who had never ridden a mountain bike in his life, challenged our board chair, Brent Goldstein, and his childhood friend to ride the Leadville 100, Brent had also never ridden a mountain bike. They set out to do it together, and that challenge grew into thousands of people taking that challenge. Brent's wife, Lisa, now leads Team FD.
Literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of First Ascents fundraising money has been raised through efforts from our campers and people associated with them, led kind of by Brent Goldstein and Lisa. Gosh.
And after that first challenge, we decided we should make an award for the person who raises the most money each year for First Ascents. Well, this is the 5th annual First Ascents Ball, and Brent Goldstein has won that award 4 years in a row through his efforts at Team FD.
And his dream has always been
to have someone else accept this award. Every year in his speech, he says, "My dream is to see someone else up here other than me." Well, Brent, your dream came true.
But not due to your efforts. Thank you, Brent.
Last year, a person in this room, I should say 2 people in this room, took on a challenge so great that we, as a staff, even questioned whether or not we should endorse it because we didn't know if it was possible. Many of you have met or know Ryan and Trista Sutter, Valley locals. And Ryan came to us and said, "I want to do a challenge. I want to do 10 events this year for your 10th year anniversary to raise $100,000 for Team FD." And they weren't just 10 events. They were the 10 hardest events you could have picked in the world. Things like an Ironman, Leadville 100,
New York Marathon,
Ultimate Mountain Challenge, the list goes on. And he surprised us all. Not only did he do all 10 events, but he raised more than $100,000. And so tonight, I'd like to call both Ryan and Trista up to the stage to accept this year's Golden Paddle Award.
Yes.
I'm gonna read a letter that I think sums pretty much everything up for me. I am actually called. The campers at First Ascents have nicknames, and my nickname is G-String. And if you ask me why, you better be prepared for the answer. Anyway, this is the letter. Dear G-String, I wanted to write you in praise of your 10-10-10 challenge and thank you for the inspiration and opportunity it provided me to complete a challenge of my own. Though I have never had cancer, I feel as though through you and Team FD, cancer has forever changed my life. I know when I took the challenge that, like you, my physical strength and conditioning would be tested. I knew it would be hard work. I accepted that and looked forward to the opportunity to seek the untapped fortitude of my will and spirit. I devised a focused plan and dove in head first. My first events were tough. I was sore, but it felt good to be active, to push myself beyond my perceived limits. Though tired, I felt strong. The inspiration of the challenge motivated me. In some ways, I felt unstoppable. I had expected the workload and the effect it would have on my body. I was ready for the pain and the suffering. I was positive that I would emerge a better person. I began to expect it, actually. In fact, I began to believe that I was a better person. I felt great, I was fit, I was in the best shape of my life. People admired me for what I was doing. I believed I had found the ability to summon an incredible inner strength to persevere. When I was not training or racing, I walked tall and with confidence. I was proud, so proud in fact that I neglected to see the effect the challenge was having on the rest of my life. At this point, you should know that I'm married and have 2 young children. I became so focused on the challenge that I neglected the rest of my life. I didn't notice the disappointment on my son's face when I turned down his offers to draw so that I could go out for a bike ride. My daughter's connection to me was developing, and I failed to notice the way she chased me around looking for a hug or a moment with her dad. I was too busy worrying about the next race or what I should be eating. My wife, the woman who was picking up all the slack while I was out, becoming a better person, was the one whom I took for granted the most. When I wasn't training, I was tired and of little help around the house. Because of my physical efforts, I somehow felt privileged. I believed I deserved to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and with whomever I wanted, regardless of the consequence or the impact on my family. In my inspired effort to complete the challenge, I was losing all the things most important to me. Though it was love that originally inspired me, it was love that was suffering the most. I did not want to admit it, though my focused eyes could not see it. I knew in my heart that I was not winning this challenge. I had lost sight of the purpose. I had not grown at all from the ability to suffer through physical pain. Though from the outside it was not apparent, I was in fact a worse person. I broke down, and I truly lost it. It was at that moment of despair that the challenge changed for me. It was no longer about the training or the races or the singular focus on purposefully torturing my physical being. Certainly, I would still get the work done. Quitting would not have solved anything. Rather than riding a thoroughbred into each day, I would choose to walk a turtle. I was going to treat my life as my kids had tried to show me, with a true appreciation for the moment, good or bad, and an attentive and inquisitive eye towards anything really fun. No more suffering. Racing and training would be fun. Work would be fun. Life would be fun. Though perhaps the most significant hill to climb, I would work to show my wife how much I appreciate her, how much I knew she did for me, and how sorry I was for compromising her life, and how much I truly loved her. I had taken a lot from my acceptance of the challenge, when in the end it should have been more about giving. Giving back to FD. They were and still are the source of my inspiration. Giving back to my family. Without their support, I could not have done any of this. Giving back to life. There are truly no guarantees. Each moment is a blessed opportunity, and the choices we make within them will forever shape our destinies. G-String, I am forever grateful for your willingness to accept such a mighty challenge. Your demonstration of the indomitable human will not only propelled me through the difficult physical challenges, it uncovered the existence of an equally powerful human spirit and the heart that seeks to guide us to places of unimaginable strength, should we simply choose to follow it. I am forever in your debt, Ryan Sutter.
It should also be noted that Trista's nickname for all of her support given through his challenge is Jockstrap. I'm not kidding.